Okay, today we're dealing with a coil pack. Some of you guys that are mechanics, you could probably hear when I rev the engine that it has a misfire. It's really noticeable at high RPMs. So I took the Mustang up to AutoZone. You can take it up to O'Reilly's. They'll do a free diagnostic on it, see what the service to the engine light's coming on for. And showed a misfire on cylinder 6. Everything else checked out fine. So with what little knowledge I have in mechanics, the guy at AutoZone suggested I just move the coil pack from one side of the engine over to the other side, or just move it over to another cylinder. Then we'll let it cycle through, and when it does, the vehicle does another diagnostic, full diagnostic, then the service engine light will come on, and then we'll do another scan and we'll see if the cylinder problem changed locations. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the coil pack from cylinder 6 over to cylinder 2, and that's what I'm doing today. Alright, your coil packs are located on either side of the engine, over there where the spark plugs are. It starts with 1 and goes all the way to 4. Then it comes back over here, 5 to 8. So I have a misfire on 6, which is right here. These are super easy to pull out. All you have to do is squeeze this little tab. And that little wire harness comes right off. On the other side of the coil pack is a little bolt right here. This particular one is a 7mm. It may vary from model to model on whether you have Ford, Chevy, whatever you got. I think Ford Explorer, I saw videos showed it takes a 8mm. This one takes a 7. So that'll get you ballparkish anyways. So I'm going to back this off, and then I'm going to pull out the coil pack. Okay, that bolt has been backed off. I'm just going to reach in there, pull it out, put it somewhere where you're not going to lose it. And then you're going to reach in and grab this coil pack. You may have to turn it slightly. It is not threaded. It should come straight out, but you may have to turn it a little bit. See if I can get a better angle. It just comes out just like that. And that is your coil pack. A small tip: when you're pulling these coil packs out, make sure down the bottom side of the coil pack, before you pull it out, make sure you clean everything out. Take a little shop vac or whatever you got to use to clean it. Whenever I pulled cylinder 2 out, I heard a little noise as something fell down inside the hole, and I looked down in there and I found a bunch of leaf matter. Even an acorn was laying down in there. So apparently I had a squirrel sitting in on top of this engine block eating acorns, and he made quite the mess. Luckily I saw, or I heard it fall down in there, and I got it cleaned out. Otherwise I'd had some major grief whenever I tried to put this all back together. Looking at the other cylinders, same thing. There's an acorn. You pull that coil pack out of there, and all that garbage is going to fall right down in there. Luckily I had a small shop vac to take care of that. Alright, last time I filmed was about a week and a half ago, and that's when I changed out the coil packs or ignition coils from cylinder 6 to cylinder 2 and from cylinder 2 over to cylinder 6. Drove up to AutoZone, they cleared out the error codes, and they told me to drive around for 10 minutes, possibly as long as an hour, and whenever the check engine light kicks back on, I was supposed to drive back up there and have them run the diagnostic on it again and see if my error code jumped from cylinder 6 to cylinder 2. Good news is, whenever I changed out the coil packs, switched them over, fired up the engine, took off down the highway, everything smoothed out. Engine is purring like a kitten, no problems at all. I've driven it for, like I said, a week and a half, for hours and hours, and there's no check engine light coming on at high RPMs. This thing is running like a top, no problems at all. So apparently there was some corrosion in there, and whenever I pulled them out and stuck them back in, I knocked off any corrosion might have been on there, and they started getting a good contact, and everything's firing like it's supposed to. Zero cost to me, didn't cost a dime. I didn't have to buy coil packs, I didn't have to take it to mechanic or even get a diagnostic from a mechanic to find out what was wrong with it. AutoZone doesn't charge a dime to run the error codes to find out what the computer in the car is saying. So anyways, that's a wrap on that, and I'm very happy that I didn't have to go spend a bunch of money on this thing.